The contents of this interview, or from Awake and Empowered Expo LLC from Ethan Fox and Flower of Life Center for Human Evolution, is for informational purposes only and does not necessarily reflect the viewpoints held by these organizations or individuals. Always consult with your doctor or health professional before making any changes to your diet, lifestyle, or prescription drug use. Please understand that you assume all responsibility and risk for the use or misuse of this information.
Jacob.
Hi, Jacob. Do you have a general message for the audience in the room today?
I do. Many blessings. And as we have come to announce this message to you, I ask you to understand that my name, Jacob, comes from a collective group of beings that is here to serve on the planet in this time through those that are presenting themselves as light workers. Now, light work is very difficult in this time, we know. It is not something that comes easy through the expression of your soul as an earthbound being. And as an earthbound being, you need to understand that you are more than you profess to be in this physical world. All of you that have gathered on this planet in this time are energetic, spiritual beings. And there is a request that we send out to you now to own that acceptance of the work you came to do in this world. It is mighty, and it is love, and it is beautiful source energy. And that is the goal here. And I step in with this opening message for you. And now there is a collective that is presenting as a Lemurian being that wishes to proceed with this message through an ascension process that is now going to raise your vibration and allow you to begin a healing process of your DNA genetic and step into this resonance of remembrance that we wish for you in this time. Greetings from the Ascension Collective, and we are pleased to address this group from our resonant dimension of higher vibration. And as you have assembled for this message, we ask you to each understand that you are unique in your own light work, but you are a part of this ascension process as one collective organism. Now, we wish to equate your physical being as this organism into this message. So we're asking all of you to breathe this message in with us and fall in line with this resonant energy at this time and moment. As you do this, you may begin to feel your heart chakra open. There will be a higher vibration of love that becomes present within your field. You will, in turn, take this higher vibration of love into your collective family groups and friendships and soul partnerships that will begin a healing process from this point forward. We've come here today to speak to you about this ascension process because we would venture to say there are many on your planet who are in need of a better understanding as to what ascension means. So we have a 3-part message regarding this ascension process, and first, we want to allow you to understand that the definition of ascension is not just a singular meaning of you stepping into a healing within your own physical world. That is a part of that ascension process. In essence, the ascension process is about the entire universe expanding to a new vibrational stance. Take that in for a moment. Vibrational stance means that you are resonating at an energy where you are attracting an action or a force of magnetism into your experience that causes you to resonate even higher. And that is the goal with all dimensions, with all densities, with all beings, with all of universal energy. Think of the ascension process as an expansion of vibrational energy that thus brings with it a new access to information and a higher speed of light. That higher speed of light is defined as a joyous experience for you, a joyous experience for others, and a joyous experience as one collective universal race. The second part of this ascension process we want to define is through your own planetary existence. You have chosen as a soul in a physical body to serve on this planetary being. We call it a being because it is a living, breathing entity. This being is a part of this ascension process through its connection to universal energy. But, my friends, you must understand that you are one with this planet. You are one with this vibration. So your vibration in a dominant sense must match or attract back to it the ascension process you wish to experience here on this planet. That is why we say in this time, light workers have come in as a conduit, and that's been a message that has been brought forth in previous communications. You are a conduit for those energies by your existence as a part of this being. You are connected to it. And we are asking, as a part of this second message, that light workers in this time pay close attention to how their physical being falls in line with that planetary being. Accessing through nature that higher source of resonant energy and bringing that into your daily experience is an ascension process in itself, is it not? We would like human beings to know that they're often making this too difficult. They're saying that as an ascension process, I must gravitate towards a practice. I must religiously sit in a meditative state and listen to vibrational healings and chant and eat certain foods and these types of things. And we would say that there's nothing wrong with these practices. And as a matter of fact, they are proper tools for allowing you to stay in line with a vibrational healing of resonant energy. However, the biggest aspect of your contribution to the ascension process is through your day-to-day experience. You came here as a soul in a human body wishing to fuel this creative consciousness of ascension and universal energy through your daily experience and fulfillment through joy. Human beings in this time that are connected to this planetary Earth being have most certainly forgotten that part of the ascension process. We don't put you in a place of blame for that, because what we want to explain is there are many lower vibrational beings and a lower vibrational consciousness that has taken a part of that remembrance away from you. This is also a part of your daily interaction. So an easier way to look at ascension through your individual being is, how do I show up through my creative energy and expression of joy in each daily experience? Do not discount things that you think are something on the calendar, something that is something that you do every single day that is meaningless, like caring for children or shopping at a grocery store or going to a place of employment. Because you must in this time equate every daily action to energy. Your creative gifts are to express that energy into a state of ascension. And you may say, well, I don't know what this creative gift is. Well, that is okay in this time. If you're standing within a body of light work that hasn't quite realized what it's here to do, do what you can with your heart chakra open to love in your day-to-day experience. Whether that be any interaction you have with another energetic soul or being. This is very important to our expansion of energy through ascension, because, my friends, the vibration that we hold is that process. So if you are choosing to pay a close attention to the parts of your day-to-day experience that are not joyful, or wrap a meaning of anger or fear or disappointment around day-to-day experiences. You are not serving from a place of ascension. Not only are you not serving your own energetic being, you must understand that you're creating something here through your energy, through your connection to this ascension process. And that creation is either serving the universal creative pool or it is not. The third aspect of this message we want to bring about is, of course, regarding the heart chakra, and you will hear us speak about this resonance center very often in future transmissions. Human beings must understand that they are energetic as a connection to Source. And it is important that you are connected to Source God and Source Universal Energy for your own soul's expression. It is also important, my friends, that we are connected in this time as one. Human beings were given the gift of individual duality and separateness of physical nature as an expression of this creative energy. But what has been taken away from you is that remembrance that regardless of how individual you feel you are always, always connected to every being on this Mother Earth planet. So through that connection is your heart center field. And that is where it initiates and that is where it takes hold. Many human beings are finding themselves in bodies where their heart chakra is not falling in line with resonant Mother Earth energy in order for that connection to be reestablished as one consciousness. So think of it this way. In our dimensional realm, we are open to this connection. We are one. There is no duality. There is no singular body. There is no physical nature because we sit at a resonant energy that is oneness, that is Source God, that is energetic. So we're always vibrating at that speed of another and making a collective decision that is best served by every connection to it. However, on your earth, we would venture to say that you might like to call yourself one consciousness, but in essence, you are not. Because the heart chakra area is blocking you from that one consciousness that was created as your human race. So in essence, what has happened here is that there are individual groups or consciousness-based energies that are all battling one another. Lower vibrational consciousness is something that has formed on your planet in many different aspects that you see as actions upon your planet, wars, hunger. Think of that as one consciousness that is connected through a vibration. It formed through the disconnection that we speak of that heart chakra resonant energy. This area of your heart chakra is important not only for that oneness and that fueling of that one consciousness. You can see how when everyone is resonating through their heart chakra at a specific field that's beneficial, how easily change could be made, how easily healing could take place. And we don't just speak of this healing being physical in nature. We speak of this healing in an individual aspect of your creational energy, in addition to what shows up for you on your planet as an expression or a result of that. So everything that you are creating as an individual, unique being is a part of the world that you are seeing in your everyday reality. That reality is an expression of energy that you experience as your life, that you experience as your country or your state or your family or even your world. So our goal through the ascension process, and our main goal here, in order to serve this planetary expression of energy, is to reconnect human beings through their heart resonant energy and that chakra field. This is not as easy as it sounds, my friends, because there are many aspects of your makeup that are involved here. We want to talk about that a bit as well, and we know there are many with questions, and we are very pleased to entertain them. The healing of your heart chakra, my friends, we would like to give you a several-step process or thought process to think about as you go forward with this understanding of the heart chakra. There is an expression of love, yes, and many think love is the expression of the heart chakra, and it is, but love is really who you are. It's really your source creative energy as a whole. But in your day-to-day environment, you may be placing blocks within your field from these aspects of love that you have defined in your world that are only truly a mirror to what you are creating. So we ask human beings in this time to especially look around them at the souls that they've attracted and the experiences that have come into that reality. For you, that may be a relationship. For you, that may be a family member who has fallen ill. For you, that may be a financial struggle or a health struggle of your own. That is the manifestation that has come forward from that energetic blockage. And you not connecting to that resonant energy we speak of. So we ask you only now to note those things in your environment that are not serving you from the highest place of joy and that are standouts to you as things you have manifested that are causing you suffering. Now, the word causing comes into play here because nothing is really causing you suffering, my friends. You have created everything in your physical world that mirrors itself back to you. You are choosing the suffering versus choosing the love resonant energy to heal it. That is where we want you to start. Start with one situation this week, we would say, in your daily environment. Look to another that you've manifested in your world as a soul. And look to where you're feeling suffering around that connection. And instead of choosing the suffering as an energy to accept into your being, now open your resonant field of love and say, how can I bring love to this situation from my highest intentional connection to Source God? And as you do that, my friends, you will find that heart chakra begins to open and serve. Because it is not just here for love. This is the second part we want to make you aware of. That heart chakra, think of your heartbeat as a symbolic representation of this heart chakra. Yes, your heartbeat serves you. It is pumping blood. It is sustaining you from a place of oxygen and breathing and cyclical taking in and giving of energy. That resonant energy that you call your heartbeat is a vibration. And that vibration was meant to be in line with your entire human collective. We know this sounds difficult for you to grasp onto, but your entire human collective was made to resonate as one vibration through this heart center. You do this throughout your daily experience as you are standing in close vibrational stance to another. Your heart chakra falls in line with whatever human being you are coming close to in terms of a contact, whether that be a close contact or one that you may feel is superficial. You balance each other. This is why we would say human beings in this time who are especially sensitive to energy may be feeling this difference in terms of health, because many on your planet are in a lower vibrational state when it comes to their physical health. So imagine now if there is one within your field of awareness who is either not connected to their emotional body in a balanced state, or manifested a physical ailment in response to an energetic blockage. You must resonate with them. They're either raising their vibration to meet your own, or your heart chakra vibration is trying to resonate in a healing sense towards theirs. And that is where we may feel blocked. That is where we may feel as if we are not accessing our true connection to Source, because we would venture to say that many light workers in this time are feeling a bit exhausted by this healing process, we'll call it, by this rebalancing of energy, by this resonance that they must equate to. That may show up for you in your day-to-day environment as an individual being who's not serving you through their energetic experience, whether that be through a disconnection to love, or making you feel as if you are not one that is worthy of connection to Source. Regardless of that experience, we ask light workers in this time to note that and equate it to energy. That is the beginning process. That is the beginning process because your intention is everything to you. And we want to define an intention. Intention, my friends, is only your will exemplified through your energy field as something that you wish to carry and hold. So, when you are noticing in your day-to-day world a relationship you have manifested that is causing you suffering, and you realize that there's a resonant energy of your heart chakra that is being affected by this relationship, either it is off balance or not in harmony, or it is working so hard over time to try to balance this, that there's suffering. That recognition of that becomes your intention. This is the practice. When you recognize that relationship or that other soul, you now stand in intention and you say, I only wish to resonate with this individual from the highest place of love. At this point, a blockage cannot take hold because you have raised your vibration to a place where your heart chakra becomes open and becomes the healer. So in this process, we will eventually get to the point, if all are on board with this ascension facilitation we speak of, where that connection is reestablished. And that is the goal. There are many on your planet who are serving this connection through research and through an expression of collective meditations. And these are all good, we would say. But until human beings bring it into their daily experience, it cannot be reestablished as a connection to oneness. So were human beings meant to lose their duality and their individual expression? By no means. We were only, as a collective group of human beings, meant to raise our vibration and equalize to another to the point where healing can take place. And that healing is the ascension process that we speak of. So we are pleased to answer any questions, as we know there will be many. We ask you to understand there's a connection now that is being facilitated to your own guides who are coming to this table. And as Lemurian beings, we are pleased to greet them, and we are one with them as well. We are ninth dimensional resonant energy beings. This ninth dimension is one that falls in line with an Akashic record for your own planet. And we are pleased to bring that dimensional energy to you now and allow it to bring your resonant vibration up into our own through this holding hands or collective table that we now all are seated at.
Can you tell us more about the Ascension Collective and how does it differ from the previous collective that Micheila has worked through, and why have you chosen this particular time and audience to transition to this group?
Yes, we are pleased to answer this question, and we would refer to ourselves as the ninth dimensional collective of ascension. We are Lemurian beings, and we present ourselves as Lemurian beings, but you must understand that you are all connected to Lemurian consciousness, that every human being was created in the likeness of a 12-strand DNA genetic, and that is one that we carry as well. The reason that we call ourselves the ninth dimensional collective is that we are working with human beings in this time to raise their point of attraction to a ninth dimensional experience. The reason for this is there are many human beings that currently sit at a 7-strand DNA illuminated point, and we are here to raise that to the next point, which is a ninth dimensional collective energy. We come forward now because there are many that will be served through this channel in this healing process that we intend to bring forward. We are working with universal energies in order to give human beings tangible tools within their world in order to become one with this ninth dimensional energy. These tangible tools are not as if they are things outside of yourselves. They are things that your soul already knows. So these teachings will come forward as a process or as we would call it even a bit of homework for you that you can take into your day-to-day experience in order to bring these energies into your world in an expanded way. Also, our collective race is very focused on the resonant energy of the heart chakra, as we have brought forward earlier. In this time, human beings are beginning to awaken at an accelerated pace. There are collectives working through this channel that have addressed how lightworkers will be purging karma at an accelerated pace during this time. This is something that they are in support of in terms of the physical reality and the energetic expression of that reality. We are coming in now to assist this collective through our understanding of ninth dimensional energy and how to bring that into the heart resonant energy field and connect human beings. So think of it as there is a Jeremiah collective working through this consciousness that brings the understanding of physical, energetic, individual soul expression. And the ninth dimensional ascension collective is here to serve through our unification of oneness and the remembrance of that energy field we all wish to resonate at as one. Because human beings in this time were meant to remember their connection to universal love and universal energy as Source God. And that is our biggest role in this time.
You mentioned that lightworkers are going through a period of releasing a lot of karma. Is there a period of years that you can define that is occurring, or is that not really definable?
Well, and there is a Jeremiah collective presence that is stepping in to answer this question on behalf of the ninth dimensional Lemurian Collective. And they are energies that are working congruently and together. But they wish to tell you now that Jeremiah steps in. And he has mentioned in previous communications that there is a 2-year period energetic flow of release of karma in this time. However, it's not the same for every individual human being on the planet. So there is an Akashic record that was written that over the course of the next 2 years, there would be dense karmic energies that would be served through human beings as an expression of release. Lightworkers are feeling this in a very exaggerated way in this time. So light workers are going through very karmic periods of their physical reality. Think of this as taking on the energy of your universal planet's karmic dense energy and serving it through your experience. This is where light workers are feeling the suffering. They are making it very personal, you see. They are looking at these karmic experiences in their day-to-day walk of life and saying, why have I manifested this? What must my soul have done in a past life to receive this karma? And we would say that is a bit off track, because every human being does come with some karma that they must resolve. But if you are to look around you at those who are categorized as light workers or know they are light workers, this karma is coming at a very dense and accelerated pace. It is not just one experience they are having, it is many around them. And in a duality of this healing we speak of. So you came here as a conduit for energy. And your planet Earth must resolve this dense energy in order to ascend. So you're attracting some of this karmic experience into your world to serve it for the entire human collective. And you may say, this sounds as if it's a sacrifice. And we would say, it is one that you signed up for as an individual soul. Now, each individual light worker is at a different standpoint in regards to this 2-year time frame. Some have already served much of this karma in this past year and may be standing at the end of where they're feeling that karmic journey. Others may have more to go, and it really depends upon their individual soul and what they signed up here to do, in addition to the collectives they are connected to and how they are serving that through their DNA genetic. So it is much more complicated than just saying it would be a 2-year time frame. We have been saying that the next 2 to 5 years will be a very difficult one on your planet. Now, we say that it will be difficult because if you choose to look at it with your eyes, my friends, you will not see the growth, you will not see the change. And we would say, as a matter of fact, you will see more karmic situations appearing in your human collective. Well, as we have mentioned previously, this is only because there are more of you awakening. And this awakening is causing emotions of fear. It is causing emotions of anger. And more souls are stepping into light work, my friends. And that is the conduit for how we choose to resolve karmic experiences on your planet. And that is the expression. So as we give you this time frame, we also want to remind human beings that you are eternal and that time is an illusion on your planet. It was placed into your energy field in order for you to put things into logical sequence in your own library of remembrance. But in essence, you are all energetic beings that are walking an eternal journey through your energy field and through your energy body.
The beings in this Lemurian ninth dimensional collective, did they once embody a physical incarnation on the Earth in a physical Lemurian continent, or were these all just multidimensional beings?
Yes, we're pleased to answer that. So yes, there is a time upon your planet when this aspect of Lemuria was an energetic that was equal to where your planet was at the time in its energetic vibrational stance. So don't think of it as walking the planet. Think of it as being in a similar dimensional reality in terms of the dense energy that the planet Earth was sitting at. And there was a time in which there were many dimensional wars upon your planet, and many beings came forward through this dimensional energy to be present upon your planet, not as one that walked with its feet on your cellular being, but really as a tapping into of a collective density or dimension that we all came to serve. So we want you to know that Lemurian beings are in high support during this time, because during this war that we speak of, there was much lost in your vibrational stance. There was much changed in your DNA genetic, and there are many that have a Lemurian essence of their DNA genetic as well. We would say that not every human being that walks the planet is resonating with a Lemurian consciousness or a Lemurian DNA genetic. But we would say that there are many who are connected to this expression of who we are. We are higher dimensional beings of light. who are ones who are open to reestablishing that equal weight of planet Earth to our own dimension, so that we may again share love and share light and share technology and share information. And that is the key. We yearn to create, and we know that you are beings that yearn to create, and we intend to all create together with you. That is really our goal, because we know it not only serves your collective race, but also many others. And we sit in a collective hand-holding of many other dimensional races who are also doing incredible and beautiful work in this universal plane that we speak of. So, in answer to your question, would we ever walk the planet Earth with our feet or our energetic being? We would say that there would be a time that we hope that we would resonate at the same vibrational speed, that we can both hold hands and join in communication. And that is the goal. And that was what your planet Earth was created to do, and was in tune with doing prior to this time.
How does the ascension of human beings impact the collective that you are speaking from?
Oh, my friend, the ascension of human beings collectively assists all races in such a beautiful way. You see, if you think of yourself as vibration or energy, and you think of yourself as merged with this human planet as one, and the more creational energy that goes into the universal pool raises the vibration, you are able, my friends, to tap into the universal energy of all. So as we stand as a ninth dimensional collective, we are ready to access 12-dimensional collective information as well. Your universal planet is ready to access 5th-dimensional energy in order to make its shift. We want to use the example as the planet Earth, because we know it would be difficult for you to understand the plane that we exist in and how this ascension process will serve us. But how it will serve you as 5th-dimensional beings is that you tap into universal understanding and energy. Many of the archaic systems, institutions, medical systems, financial systems, all of these religious structures and political structures are going to fail, my friends. This is because they are 2nd and 3rd dimensional in nature, meaning they are very physical in nature, and they are not serving you where you are headed. So when we go through an ascension process together, you vibrate into that 5th dimensional reality, meaning you access energies universally. This assists your collective race in all areas. Not only the ones we just spoke of, the financial system, which is not one that will be present on your planet in the next 30 years. The institutions on your planet that are not serving the youth and the higher dimensional beings that are coming into your creative space now. The access to connection to source as self-healers is a very big part of that 5th dimensional energy. So if you are an energetic being, you are accessing the knowledge and information that resonates at an equal point of attraction to you. If you ascend higher, you receive more and better and beautiful light and love through that information. You become a lighter being. And as you become a lighter being, what we would say is you're not relying so much on your physical world anymore. The institutions and the financial systems and the structures of lower vibration that have come onto this planet through the vibration you've resonated at thus far. So where we stand, my friends, we only serve from an energetic source connection, and we intend to bring that into a higher connection of our DNA. We intend to bring that into a full aspect of serving through our connection to your planet and many others. And It is a beautiful ascension process of light that we wish to go through with you. There's a concept of oneness we want to explain here that is one that is coming. And we represent ourselves as a Lemurian Collective, and you have an angelic presence that is also serving you from an archangel resonant energy. And you also have this consciousness of Jeremiah that's pleased to assist as a multidimensional energetic. Where we are heading, my friends, is the release of any dimensional definition, so that we are all the same as one. That is a place of remembrance that will trigger your soul to knowing where it came from and where it is headed. And that is where the ascension process will serve us.
When human beings are functioning on a fifth dimensional experience, are they able to access ninth and 12th dimensions? And in that transition to higher dimensional awareness, is that just simply an emotional, mental experience, or do human beings actually undergo a physical change in their bodies as well?
Yeah, so we want to discuss this energy body that you call your DNA genetic. It is a genetic structure, and you do have a genetic DNA strand that has been identified by your scientists and researchers as something that holds information. We'll call it a library for you of information. However, you need to understand that it is not just this part of your body that is physical. It is energetic, and it is your connection to Source. So when we speak of connection to Source God, we're actually speaking of your DNA genetic strand and that library of remembrance that is your connection to your soul. So when human beings are moving towards a fifth dimensional energy, they will re-illuminate the parts of that DNA strand that have been inactive. All that means for you, my friends, is that you are accessing new energies and additional information from other dimensional realms that you have not been aware of previously. So are human beings able to do this now? We would say most definitely. It is all dependent on where you are in your individual healing process. There are human beings who are seventh dimensional beings who are walking your planet now, and we say that they have a 7-strand DNA genetic that has illuminated and healed to a place where it is accessing this type of information. It is all unique, though, you see, on how that information presents. There may be human beings that are receiving downloads of information in their sleep. There are human beings that may be accessing this information as a knowing of their soul. There are human beings that are seeing and connecting through communication to outer beings of resonant energy. And this is only because they've matched the vibration of where this healing has taken place. So it is an individual process, and you are all given, we want to stress this unique physical structure that you have. It is similar to other human beings, but in essence, it's all your own creative energy, and you are able to vibrate at whatever speed you choose. It is a free will choice of your own to raise your vibration and heal your DNA. And it is easier than you may think. Many are sitting and listening of this message and thinking this is a difficult process. I do not know how to achieve this. My friends, it's all energy and vibration. So think of your vibration and your energy body and your day-to-day experience and how you're resonating with love, what you are taking into this physical being as an equation of love and nature. And that, my friends, is what begins the healing process. So yes, there's a DNA strand, and yes, it is a physical part of your being, but it is your energetic source of connection, and it is universal in nature. It is a field of telepathic, universal connection to energy. It is a library within your own being of your soul's knowing that is ready to be tapped into. And every human being has their own process for illuminating those strands.
We have a question about the current school system. Will there be any significant changes in the way we educate our children as the old system of teaching and testing is not working. Homeschooling is not an option for everyone, and it seems that children are not learning to their fullest potential, even if they're doing very well in public schools.
Yes, we are in agreement with this statement. And what we want you to know is that many of the children that are coming onto your planet now are already fifth dimensional beings. They are walking in with that higher vibrational energy and healed DNA strand. Because, my friends, the planet Earth as a cellular being has raised its vibration. And we know that many of you are looking at this planet thinking as if it has not, because of the, again, signs that you are seeing in your physical world. But you must consider energy. There has been a shift here. There has been a change. And that change has been the awakening of human consciousness. So with the awakening of human consciousness, there are more humans coming onto your planet through these energies, and they must be higher served by them. So they're stepping into these institutions that have been placed in their awareness that were formed during a second dimensional energetic period. That is all. Now, we speak often of a lower vibrational consciousness on your planet and how that is affecting these institutions. It most certainly is. And this lower dimensional consciousness is aware that there are portals upon your planet by which they can fuel this lower dimensional energy in order to keep you at a rate that you are not creators. So we want you to think of these institutions as those portals of energy by which there are lower vibrations coming through to these children in order to keep them in a place where they are not accessing that fifth dimensional energy. You must understand that these children are almost in a place where they are able to resonate higher than the rest of the collective around them. They come in with these energies. They're born to parents who have a DNA genetic strand that is less than their own. So this is why in this time it is needed for these institutions to change. Now, what you must understand is there will be an expression of anger around many of these institutions as well in the coming 4 to 5 years. This expression of anger and violent situation in these institutions will be the result of many awakening to them being a blockage of sorts for these energetic children we speak of. The change that is coming is fifth dimensional. And when we say fifth dimensional, we want you to know that it is an equation of two aspects of your reality that are going to be expressing much bigger in this time frame, and that is peace, and that is higher vibrational resonant energy to freedom. Peace and freedom are the two key words we want you to focus on when you think of how these institutions will change. The word peace we want to define for you as an inner connection to Source God, an expression of true individual creation. Think of how the institutions on your planet through third dimensional energy are keeping children in a pattern of believing they are not individual creative souls and forcing them to combine themselves as one with others and compare themselves with others and look at themselves as not good enough. This is a vibration that's holding them back from their fifth dimensional source connection. Freedoms. We want to talk about freedoms. Many on your planet think of freedoms as an area we're moving towards without government, and that is true, but in essence, my friends, think of how freedom shows up for you in your own life. Where have you not allowed yourself to be your true expression of creative energy because of freedoms that you have placed in your energy field due to these societal institutions and their teachings? You must live a certain way. You must do a certain thing. We must fit into this group. We must choose a job or a position that others would be respecting. We must go to an institution that others look at as acceptable. And this is what we speak of as the freedoms that have been taken away and that these institutions are reinforcing. So the two biggest things that will change in these institutions when fifth dimensional energy is established on your planet is there will be more freedoms of creative expression and a dropping of the societal programming that we are not free to create in the way our soul intended, and peace within ourselves as a source energy being that is here to express not only as one, but as an individual expression of universal creative energy. Now, one more point I want to add about these institutions, we would say, is that the teaching itself is going to be a different energetic. Many of the children that are coming into these institutions are teachers in themselves. They are fifth dimensional beings that came here as healers and teachers. And they are reporting to a teacher who is telling them something that is not a resonant energy connection to their vibration. So the teaching will be a group effort in which the collective fifth dimensional children come together and teach each other. And that the adults that are present in support are facilitating that process.
What advice do we need to hear regarding the whole healthcare system and how we're forced to pursue it, and if not, usually have to face adverse repercussions? For example, there was a girl recently in the news who refused chemotherapy, and her mother supported her decision, but the legal system forced her to undergo it anyway.
Yes, and this is an example exemplified of the previous, of the school question that was asked prior. However, we are looking at now a consciousness of health, and this health care you speak of is merely a consciousness. And we want to reiterate the original message on your planet that it was meant to be one consciousness. And now we have pockets, you see, of lower vibrational field, of lower vibrational influence, where a consciousness of itself has formed. And this is what we would equate this healthcare field to you speak of. It is a lower vibrational consciousness. There is an attribute of that is mirroring back the vibration that is within it. You see. So when we speak of peace and we speak of freedoms, this is also taking place on an energetic level in this healthcare consciousness. Now, this incident you speak of with this girl is one example of how that lower vibrational consciousness is creating an expression of itself as an action upon your planet. There will be more of this because your planet is in a tug of war right now. There is a tug of war of energetic shift going on, of yin and yang, of light and dark, and it was written this would happen. So these instances are going to be taking place in an exemplified way in the coming 5 years. This is why we have told light workers that they must not look with their eyes, they must serve through their energy and realize that there is a shift of awakening going on when we see that these actions are expressing, because there is a release of anger and karma and fear through these actions or these interactions, we would say. Many are sitting in a place of suffering over wanting to heal this. And how can I bring this awareness into my family? How can I bring this awareness into the world in a bigger way? How can I change this situation? And we have discussed this in many previous communications, that the more you discuss it and the more you get involved in it and the more that you speak out on it, the more you become a part of the consciousness that has already taken place and taken hold. There are some on the planet that were meant to discuss and announce this type of information. It is a part of that yin and yang, and it is a part of the awakening. But light workers resonate above that, you see. We would say, for those especially who are in this room and are considering deeply this situation, you are a light worker in this. What that means, my friends, very simply to turn away. And we understand this is a difficult message for you to hear. But you may not get yourself wrapped up and caught up in the suffering of this situation, because that is the goal. That is the single most goal of the lower vibrational consciousness that's expressing through that experience. And it is to keep you from being the higher light and creative being you came here to be. The best served action in regards to this encounter would be to adopt and take in the highest resonant health practices into your own life and into your own experience that you possibly can. Speak about those if there's something you must speak about. Announce those to the world if there is something you must announce. Because you, as a light worker, hold a higher vibration than those who are resonating at a speed of light that are involved in these interactions and this consciousness. Use that weight of higher vibration to serve the creative collective through a positive action or serving yourself. Yes, we say serve yourself, because light workers in this time know they have a sense of service to others. But they often forget that that service to others comes from the direct expression of their creative energy and how they are serving themselves. So if there is an action you must take, we would say improve your own health through higher vibrational means. If there is an action you must take, speak about the higher vibrational beings that are working for you, or the higher vibrational means, we should say, that are working for you in your day-to-day experience. Live the highest light of that. Allow the expression of karma through these situations to resolve. It will continue to go on. But you see, there's a purpose here. Because you must understand that many human beings who are not awakened are standing at a lower vibrational rate. They will not attract the information that you might be putting out there because they're not understanding of it. Their understanding of that interaction. And it's causing an awakening of them. So in essence, they must awake to the dark in order to fill with more light. You've already awakened to the dark, my friends. You've already awakened to the things on our planet that are not serving us. You went through that process. You must not go back to that space anymore. Now you hold more light. You create through that light. So gravitate towards a higher vibrational health practice. Talk about that. And turn away from those lower karmic vibrations that are meant to happen in this time and are part of that tug of war in order to shift an awakening in others.
So from a broader perspective, are you suggesting that we completely ignore things that are going on in the news and in the world around us that are negative, including people who may be people who are family members or friends, and isolate ourselves from all negative influences?
Well, my friends, that would be completely impossible and absurd to think that you could shield yourself from lower vibrational energies on your planet because you came here as a part of this experience to serve it. And no, we would not recommend that per se. What we would say is notice where your attention is going. Your attention is energy. Your attention is vibration. So, okay, let us use an example here, and there's one coming to mind. If there's a family member in your resonant collective energy, and that family member is focusing on this situation and saying that perhaps these government officials were correct in forcing this young child to undergo a lower vibrational practice. Arguing with that person and placing your energy into that argument of who is right and who is wrong here is only serving a lower vibrational consciousness. It's expanding it. That family member was meant to go through that process of expansion. You, my friend, were meant to heal and meant to bring the light and the love to a higher vibrational aspect of your planet. So you can listen to this family member if you must, and perhaps the best stance to take would be to say, I understand that that is a viewpoint that you currently hold, but from where I stand and from where I vibrate, I have accessed some new information, and I feel it is the most beneficial for myself and for my own children and my own family. And we would say do not engage in any lower vibrational tug of war here, because there's enough tug of war going on your planetary space already. See, we want to mention that this family member that is saying that this government agent was perhaps correct is meant to be drawn to that information in this time. He's meant to be drawn to it, and you cannot possibly understand his soul's journey as to why. But there is a reason here. He was either meant to see that in order to awaken to it, or he's meant to be a part of what's being served on your planet as lower vibrational karmic energy. It does not mean that you have to shift your vibration into a lower speed in order to feel that you are solving the problem, because it is not. We don't want light workers to go in the opposite direction here. That place that that family member was standing in terms of their vibrational stance, you must recognize you were there once as well, that you have gone past that point. So if you are to learn information and you are to go up a scale of a ladder of stairs, you can't unlearn it and walk back down. You can choose that if you would like, but it doesn't serve you. You want to keep ascending. And through your ascension, many others follow, many others learn, many others notice. It's all about where you place your intention and where you place your attention. So yes, you can notice that is happening, and you will. But look at it and say, there must be a shift of awakening going on this planet in order for this large occurrence of lower vibration to be happening. Those that need to be served by it will. I choose to live in complete resonant energy with a higher vibrational choice. And through that higher vibrational choice, I bring myself joy, I bring myself harmony through my own soul and through my connection to others. And that is the goal.
How does someone deal with a situation if they're in a long-term marriage or relationship with somebody who is dramatically different in viewpoint, where it's difficult to avoid those kinds of arguments and disagreements?
Well, my friends, soulmates in this time are finding that there is a shift of fifth dimensional energy coming in, and there are many who are noticing the difference in vibrational weight between the partner they have attracted and their current vibrational stance and where their soul resides. And that is not an uncommon thing amongst light workers, we must say, and there is a purpose for that. You see, this is an individual answer, so it is difficult for us to bring this into a collective unison in terms of a response, because every soul is receiving exactly what it needs through its attraction of another. And we are all interwoven in our karmic experience and our light journey as well. But if you are standing in a relationship where you are noticing there is a difference of vibration and a difference of understanding, our best advice to you is to go about your light work and do not allow the lower vibration of your partner to hold you back, because that is only a resistance that you are creating in your energy field and a block to who you truly are. If you have noticed that difference in energy, you are already accessing your soul's true light. And if you allow another soul to block you from that, that is not the direction we wish for light workers to head. So many would say, well, I feel I must take a dramatic action and I must separate myself from this partner. And I would say if you are drawn to do that through the support of your guides and through the resonant energy of intuition that's serving your soul, by all means, that is an action you should take. But you see, everything is energy. So if you are vibrating at a different speed than your partner, and you continue to vibrate at that speed and increase your light and increase your higher vibration, there is going to have to be an action that takes place based on the fact that you are no longer magnetically attracting that partner's resonant energy into your field. And that is all that is happening in relationships at this time that are not compatible in terms of light work and light workers. So eventually, my friends, there will be an action or a reaction because you cannot vibrate at the speed of that partner any longer. And when that is the case, that partner must fall away. And there was a plan that was written in terms of each individual soul and what your soul came here to experience. If that partnership is still within your energetic field, in some way it is serving you or it is serving the other. And until that serving is done, there will be no severing of that energy. And we would venture to say that if you sever that energy and walk away before the lesson or the expression of karmic energy has been served, it will continue to show up for you. It will continue to show up for you because there's an energetic cord or a soul contract with this individual that must come to fruition before it can resolve and end. So our best advice to you is work inner. Grasp for source energy. Consider yourself as a walking Christ consciousness connection. Bring higher light into your everyday being. And the more that happens, the actions will come from a higher place of love. And they will come about through a disconnection of energy that was served from the highest intention.
We'd like to speak with Mary Magdalene, please.
Greetings.
Greetings, Mary. Would you open your eyes so you can see the people in the room? The Ascended Masters address you as Lady Master Magda, and that you and Jesus have had an etheric retreat over Saudi Arabia and that we can ask to be taken there in our finer bodies. Can you verify if that's true, first of all?
This energetic experience that you speak of is a story that I would say is not 100% correct. So the biggest message I have about this is that any energetic connection can be achieved by you in your physical body through your source energy connection to God. And in bringing this experience into yourself, if you intend and wish to carry that energy forward, you will. And that those that are, there's a resonance of energy of this experience that I wish to bring forward now. And it is one that is of higher vibrational light in which there is a karmic connection or a cord that some may have in this time through a past life connection. And through that past life connection, they are asked to experience this energy. So it's not all that will come to see or serve themselves through this experience. It is only some that are drawn to it. Those that are drawn to it are asked to sit in meditative practice and access through their decalcification of their pineal gland and through their connection to Christ consciousness, the experience they wish to have. And this cord is not one that will ever be severed. It is one that you can experience over and over again through your own individual and unique presence or energetic imprint as a soul. So in essence, what I am saying is that not every soul in this room was meant to serve itself through this energetic experience. Some may be accessing this through a telepathic communication, but it is all through, there's a collective here, she says, and I'm consciously channeling her somewhere with this eye-opening. She says there's a consciousness that's created through this story. And this consciousness is one that all walked together in a single lifetime. And if you have this connection to this consciousness through your DNA strand and through your genetic, you are meant to experience it, and you would know how. And when you experience it, it is something that would be unique to you, but you could also share with another in a telepathic experience. And she says that it is a part of your journey if you are meant to do it.
So are you saying that there is no physical place in Saudi Arabia where this retreat exists? It's just a multidimensional?
She is saying it is a multidimensional expression of energy. There is a physical place that would be related to this, yes, and it is one that comes in terms of this location you speak of. She almost says, like, she brings in the word like portal, like she shows me in my mind's eye, like a circular energy around this place you speak of. That would be like a portal access to telepathic energies. So she says, don't think of it as so physical in nature. Think of it as more energetic and having an imprint of a past karmic walk of life of some kind that she brings in.
Why was this location chosen? Is it because of the portal or some other reason?
Ancient experience of war. There was some type of an ancient war there. There was an interdimensional communication that took place there between, she says, like an equaling, like what she shows me is there's an equal balance of vibrational interdimensional beings that came in this time to this space. That's why there's a high resonant vibration of energy there. The beings that stepped in that time. So like she brings in the message of the ascension process that came in earlier, how we're trying to equal our balance to others so that we can communicate with Lemurian beings. Think of it as similar, in that time that this place was established as a portal, there was an interdimensional balancing of energy. So many beings came into that energy together, and that resonance of that connection or that communication of that time is still there. And that's why we call it a portal area, because it is an access for others because of this. It's like a telepathic relationship to energy there that still resides from that time. And that it was a very significant event that occurred there, where there were many interdimensional energies and beings that came into that location.
What would one experience at this location versus some of the retreats of other ascended masters?
Oh, well, they would definitely be able to connect to a star that she shows me. Like, for some reason, she brings in the Star of David as one that it's very prominent in this galaxy or alignment. I believe there's a star that aligns with this location. It's a direct access to this, and it's like it gives it. It's a part of why that area is so connected interdimensionally. She shows me a star, and it's connected to that area, and that star is one that falls in line with a cosmic alignment, and it changes. So with planetary energies, it changes. So there may be times in which there's a better alignment of this star that enables those that visit to connect more interdimensionally. So those who go there, like, she brings in earthing now. Like, when you stand on the ground there, like with your feet, you're going to receive those energies from that connection, from the experiences there. But also, like, if you go at this specific time when the planets are really energetically aligned with this star, I know, why she seems to bring it in like the Star of David. That's like the way she presents it to me. You would receive more benefit because at that time, you're really opening to this interdimensional communication where these guides and these beings come in. And you need to know that some are accessing information from our planet from that place, but it's good and bad. It's not always high vibrational information that's accessed from that place. But there's been many blessings there. A lot of people that are high energetic vibration visit that place, and there's been a lot of clearing there. There's been a lot of higher vibration there. So it's not to worry. She says, not to worry. You're not going to go there and pick up a lower vibrational being or entity of any kind. But it's an opening. It's most definitely an opening for energy and information.
What is the significance of stars? Why are some of the pyramids on Earth, for example, aligned to various stars, such as the Great Pyramid?
High planetary energy resonates in these stars. And if you think of the Earth as having an auric field, Think of these stars as also having an auric field that's connected interdimensionally. And many beings resonate on these stars, and there would be too many for us to even explain to you. So we're going to pick one. And we're going to bring up the Pleiades. She says, the Pleiades, there's a line of stars there. Now, not every star is the same, and every being that is upon those stars are different, and they're energetically at a different vibrational speed of ascension, but it's higher than our own. So when the planetary alignment changes, that is why if you're connected to a planet or a star in a certain way, the energies are going to shift for you through that interdimensional energy.
Thank you.